Okay, here's question 8. It's worth 3 marks. We're given monthly rainfall in millimetres in Airdrie, and we want to calculate the median and interquartile range of this rainfall. So the first thing you've got to do is to put the numbers in order from smallest to biggest. There they are. To get the median, you've got to split it into 2 parts. There's the first part, there's the second part. So there's 6 there, 12. Now the median is right in the middle, but of course there's not a number there, so we've got to take the middle of 66 to 72. Well, how far apart are they? 6. Half it 3 and then add it on to 66, so the answer is the median is 69. The interquartile range takes you to the first quarter and the third quarter, so let's do that now. There's the first quarter, there's the third quarter. So we need halfway between 56 and 57. That's called Q1, 56.5. We want halfway between 77 and 81. That's going to be 79 because the difference is 4 and halfway is 2, so it's 79. The interquartile range means from the smallest to the biggest, so we take away Q3, take away Q1, so 79 take away 56.5 gives you 22.5 millimetres. Okay, question 9. We want to expand and simplify these two brackets. So just multiply them out as you normally would do. So x times x squared, x times plus 4, minus 3 times x squared, minus 3 times plus 4 gives you that. Now, you tidy it up. The best way to write this is with the powers going down. There's x to the power 3, then x to the power 2, then x, and then no x at all. So let's just change it around, and we just do that. X cubed take away 3x squared plus 4x take away 12 or minus 12, and that gives you 2 more marks. Right, we've got to solve this equation. As soon as you see it's correct to 1 decimal place, you've got to use the quadratic formula. There it is. It's on the formula sheet. We've got to get A, B, and C. Well, A is 3, B is minus 3, and C is minus 1. Just taken out from there. We put them into there. That's what we get. We get the minus of minus 3. Be careful. Minus 3 squared, take away 4 times 3 times minus 1. If we do that, we'll get a plus 3. If we do this with a calculator, we'll get 21. So we're going to have 2 answers. X is going to be 3 plus root 21 over 6, because the 2 times 3 at the bottom gives you 6. And then x is 3 take away root 21 over 6. Calculator for this, calculator for that. You get 2 answers to 1 decimal place, because it says it so in the question. 1 decimal place, 1.3 and negative 0.3. 4 marks. Question 11 is about the volume of this shape. It's a cylinder with a hemisphere. So you've got to know the formulas for cylinder, which is pi r squared h, and a half sphere, hemisphere, is, well, a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. From the formula sheet, we want half of it, so it's 2/3. Now we've got to get some information from here. What is the radius? Well, there is the radius there. The diameter is 16, so the radius is 8. We want to get the height of the cylinder, part without the top. So we go from there to there. Now, how much will that be? It's going to be 42 take away 8. 42 take away 8 gives you a height for the cylinder of 34. So we can put these numbers in to the first equation. Pi times 8 squared times 34. I'm just going to work out the numbers, leave pi alone. So you get 2,176 pi. That's 8 squared times 34 gives you 2,176. Leave pi alone just now. We'll do it at the end. Now we do the same here. We've got the same radius, so it's going to be 2/3 pi times 8 cubed. You again work out 8 cubed. 2/3 pi. Leave the pi alone. We're going to add these two together to get the volume of the bullet. So the volume of the bullet is going to be the first answer, the cylinder, plus the second answer, the sphere, the hemisphere. and then you do that with a calculator, you'll get this number, and then you put in pi, you press the SD button on the calculator, and you get this number here. So that's 7,908.3, but we want it to round it to the nearest two significant figures, so you've got to take 79 and then the last two will go out, 7900 cubic millimeters to two significant figures. Okay, next question. We want to calculate in this bearing question this angle here. Now, we know that's 62 and we know this angle is 112, so let's do something to help ourselves. I'm going to split it into two. Well, if this is 112, I can find this angle here, it's 68, because when you add them together you got a straight line 180. This angle will be the same as this angle because they're called alternate angles, so that's going to be the same as 62 there. Now to get the angle there, all you do is you add them together, so the answer is going to be 130, 62 plus 68. Now you want to get the distance. What have we got? We've got two sides, and the angle between them, we use the cosine rule. There's the cosine rule. So x squared, that's this number squared, is going to be these two numbers squared, and then added together, take away 2 times the two numbers times cosine the angle, this angle here, which is 130. So let's put numbers in, work that out. Right, with the calculator, just do the right hand side as you see it with the calculator. You get x squared equals the square root of that. Now, I beg your pardon, x equals the square root because you want to find the square root of it. So put all that in the calculator and then do the square root of the answer, and you get the answer. X is 798.3 meters to 1 decimal place. And there you go. That's question 12. And on to the last question. It says we've got a cylinder, a canal, which in the shape of a kind of a circular cross section. AB has got the surface of the water. We know that it's 5 meters across. The radius of the canal is 4 meters, OA. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out that distance. Well, we know that distance already. It has to be a radius. It's going to be 4. We need to find the distance from O to the top of the water. And then if we get that distance, we can take it away from the radius. So let's just do this. Let's make a triangle, and it's going to be Pythagoras, because this will be 4 from its radius. Now, if this water is 5 across, when you come right down the middle, this will be 2.5. So you use Pythagoras to work out this little bit onto the top of the water. So it's going to be the square root of 4 squared take away 2.5 squared. Don't work it out just now. Let's work out the last part now. To get the depth of water will be 4 take away the answer to this little bit there, which is a square root thing. Do that with a calculator and you'll get the answer, 0.9 meters to 1 decimal place. And that's the end of the paper.